Hope your day's going well, though. Resets give me lots of time to read Discord. You have like 8 seconds there where you can't do anything. Hey, that actually reached. I didn't expect it to. That like never works, but on the off chance that it does, it makes me look very cool. Please kill him. Thank you. Yo, 110 flat. That was really good. See, Graveyard is fine. Me and Graveyard are friends now. Because I've sent so many runs to the Graveyard. Me and the Graveyard are now friends. It's the rest of this stupid game that just won't cooperate. Come on, let me through. Thank you, finally. Good.
Oh.
I mean, I know about it. Did they, like, just announce something? Oh, back kick. You want the back kick if you have to clean up there, because it kills them one hit, whereas a normal kick doesn't. Also, first frame cutscene skips, so we just saw through a wall. Don't worry about it. Wrong drink. That's fine. I don't need that for anything. Oh. Okay, my run's not dead, but it was almost dead. That was the run-ending encounter again. There they were. For some reason it looks really dark though. I mean, Judgment, the original Judgment's pretty dark. Like, the lighting is pretty bad. Or, not bad, but the lighting is very dark. I I don't know, a lot of people have been criticizing their lighting recently on the remaster. I assume you've seen that like, the remaster honestly looks worse than the original. Maybe they like cranked up the lighting just to prove something. I don't know, I haven't seen that. I'll have to check it out after stream or something. Yeah, we got bad Daigo. I was still like a 54 or something. This is still a good split, even with that Daigo and the cleanup. This is still a good split. Yeah, like the screenshots they've showed of the remaster, it's like, it almost looks like there's no lighting on the character models. It's very strange. It looks like a PS3 game, is how I would describe it. They look like character models from a PS3 game. But I haven't seen anything in quite a while, so who knows, maybe they fixed it. I hope that thing that got, like, trademarked a couple weeks back or a month back or whenever actually turns out to be a Judgment sequel. If they just, like, took Judgment and then, like, made the writing, or not the writing, made the combat suck less, then it would be pretty good. I'd be down for a Judgment sequel. Though honestly, I don't think they would make the combat suck less. Like, I feel like they would make it suck more, probably, to be honest. I'm a weird nerd, and I don't think anyone else shares my problems with that game. Awesome. Great. Finally. We'll save time on this split. I don't think I have had a single good Cabaret Grand all day, so there we go. Finally. Yeah, my issue is just that it feels like you press buttons to make Yagami ragdoll around the room, and then the enemies are also just sort of ragdolling around the room, and you just sort of flail into each other and someone takes damage. That's like, it just feels so like random and like weird and not very deliberate. Yo, hey pal, that is me. That is indeed me. There is another tapioca out there, though. This is an old story, but like a year or two ago, I got a notification one day on SRC that my SM64 run had been approved, and it turned out that someone had submitted a 16-star run on behalf of a Japanese runner named Tapioca, and it had gotten credited to my account, so I'm a 16-star runner now from Japan. It was weird though, because like it didn't actually like go to my account. Like it didn't say like, hey, like if you looked at my profile, it didn't say SM64 or whatever. It didn't show the run because it wasn't like an affiliated, like it wasn't affiliated with me, but because it had my name, it was still one of those unaffiliated runs. But because it was Tapioca, it still gave me the notification. That was basically just SRC being a busted website. A tradition that persists to this very day in new and terrifying ways. Ow. Way to ruin my fun, dude. I didn't get hit there. That would have probably been a really good room. Now, this is just kind of average. Yeah, I don't know. It's super weird to see people defending all the ads and stuff, too. Like, there are some people that I respect as well on Twitter who are just, like, massively defensive about the whole thing. And it's like, dude, are you on the payroll or what? Like, this fucking sucks. Please be a human being for a second. Like, this is awful. No, speedrun.com ads. Twitch ads are a different issue. Fuck that. Fuck all the Twitch ads and stuff. But no, we're talking SRC. They recently made it so that logged in users get ads. Previously there were no ads on the site, and they are like literally awful and just covering everything, and it's really messed up, and it like kind of ruins the website if you don't have an ad blocker. And even if you do have an ad blocker, they've changed the style sheet of the page. So now like the leaderboards are bumped down a bit, and there's like this weird gap, and it just looks like shit. But anyway. No, you were not missing anything, Hoxie. No QS/WM just means that I won't be quick saving at all during the run, and I will not be using Wonder Mail to recruit any extra Pokemon either. That's what it means. Alright, friendship ended with Plant. Now kicking everybody is my best friend. Get gun number 2. Slap. For sure, like they've definitely massively shit up the website for people who don't use ad blockers. And it's a minor inconvenience for those of us that do, just because now like everything's bumped down a bit and you need to like use custom CSS to fix it, which is annoying. But they're definitely just trying to milk that like 10% of their user base probably that doesn't use an ad block. I would rather there be no ads on the site and instead like charge for some sort of premium feature. I don't know what that would be. But like, I read a tweet from someone who I've already forgotten who tweeted this like years ago that I extremely agree with, where I feel like the internet went down a dark path 20 years ago when we decided that the best way to fund websites was advertising. The advertising model is the original sin of the internet. Pretty much every like bad thing you can trace back to ads. Wait, since when, Pell? Are you thinking of like splits.io? Because they have premium, and don't even get me started about splits.io. well, that's back before, like back when it was just Pac who owned the site, you could donate to help with server costs and you would get a thingy. But there's no premium or anything like that. And you can't donate anymore. That's like the first thing they did, thank God, is take down the donate button because they're a company. Don't freaking donate to them. But yeah, I used to be able to donate. Splits.io is like, it's a website that you upload splits to. That's basically it. But the creator of the website a while back decided that he wanted to try, like, making it into a job for him, like making a living off of splits.io, which is fine. I have no problem with that. And, you know, he decided to go for the premium model rather than, you know, plastering ads all over the site, which is definitely a great, you know, great decision, IMO. But his premium was basically like taking all the sites of the web, like all the features of the website and then just locking them behind paywall, like even stuff that used to be free. And that really rubbed me the wrong way. Like, come on, man. Like, there used to be a bunch of features on that site, and now it literally does nothing unless you pay. Even stuff that used to be free. Like, you used to just be able to upload your splits, and then it would, like, track down the VOD where you PB'd, and then you could, like, auto-highlight your PB, and that was pretty convenient. Stuff like that. Where it's like, hey, I used to use this, stop trying to charge me for it. Make new things, and then charge for that. That's fine. And I did get the tome this time. I did get the tome. Making note of that. Not that I've ever forgotten it recently. Well, right now on SRC, there's, I think it's 3 banner ads, and then also an auto-playing video in the corner. So it's pretty rough. But also, I'm anti all ads. Ads suck. So even if they were unobtrusive, whatever that means, I would still be like, no, ads bad. Whoops, I scrolled right past my gold plates. Because, typically I have an extra citrus cider, just because sloppy mashing, that I have to go past, but I don't have one because I accidentally drank it in this run. That screwed up my menu there a little bit. I hadn't anticipated that. Oh well, whatever, who cares? It's like 1 second. Didn't update the load remover for Yakuza 6. Who needs it? Yakuza 6 is a bad speed game anyway. That was incredibly suspicious. Why did I have so much extra time? Did I not pick up the katana? Did I skip the wooden katana? Is that what I did? We'll find out in a bit. Well, you wouldn't know if I got it or not if you don't know the route, Pell, because I haven't actually gotten it yet. I got the locker key that corresponds to it. So unless you happen to be familiar with the K2 route, I'm not sure if you would know whether or not I got it yet. Is down 3. Oh really? Have you played this one? It's the locker key under the stairs, under the bridge. Is the wooden katana that I was looking for. I think I did get it. I think I might have just like gone kind of fast or something. That felt like a second or two longer though. My muscle soda is pretty much running out in the same spot it always does though. That's, or my Poseidon power, that is. Where's the encounter? All the way back there. They are gonna get despawned. Okay, got everything. There's the tome, there's the chainmail, and there's that katana I was afraid of. Yeah, and then this, and then that. Okay, sloppy menu. I've just been like, that menu in particular has been really sloppy for me recently. I don't know why. Really, not your favorite game. I see Yakuza 2 is my favorite game of the series. Not this one, the original Yakuza 2, but this game is certainly in the top half for me as well. But, I don't know about that one. We might be, I don't know if we can still be friends, man. 4 sucks. See, I don't know about that. Like, I feel like it's hard to ignore that 90% of Saijima's section consists of just walking around. Like, how do you defend Saijima Chapter 4 when you need to walk around on the rooftops? Because that's literally 9.5 minutes of walking around on the rooftops. That's true, you do get some nice trumpets for half of it. You do get some really nice trumpets. Holy crap, 2 swings. I didn't even break my trash can. Absolutely legendary Mahjong fight right there. Why do I feel like I'm down a Poseidon power? Did I accidentally drink one at some point? It doesn't matter because I have an extra. But that's very, something. Oh yeah, that's where the trash can is. It's just right behind you. There's also a umbrella stand that does the same thing, but is slightly worse because I said so. I used to be a big believer in umbrella tech, but then I learned the truth that the trash can is better. Yeah, in the original Yakuza 2, in that fight, you kick the tables at them, and the tables one-shot all the enemies, and it's really funny looking, because you just kick the tables around, and the tables move like 1 inch, but that's all it takes. That was in the route before. That's been in the route for a very long time. Since, like, last October, probably at least. Anyway, I'm gonna stand up while this happens. I will return in a bit. Okay. I don't know, part of like the Yakuza 4 thing is just that also I'm a speedrunner. And I don't know if you've ever seen the Yakuza 4 run before, Pell, but the Yakuza 4 run is a massive meme. It is very not good. I haven't seen it. Yeah, from a casual perspective, of course. It's hard for me to have that casual perspective. Like, it's like once you know what you know, once you learn the speedrun, like, can you go back? Like, once you know that the whole run hinges on a 50-50 bet 3 hours in, like, can you still like the game? I don't know. That's just like philosophical speed question. This split's gonna be really good, by the way. I'm about to save a lot of time. I'll not ever watch that. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's just... Like, I came up with a new weapon route for Yakuza 4 as well. And it, like, should save a bunch of time. But that would require going back to 4 and getting another run through the casino. And I just... maybe later, you know? Maybe some other time. Or, like, what's your take on, like, Munakata at the end, you know? I feel like Munakata's actually pretty fun in the speedrun, but casually I hated him. Yeah, unfortunately I'm a gamer and I do know what I'm doing, but man, that fight is kind of questionable on higher difficulties. I don't know, I have weird takes though, like, everyone is entitled to their incredibly suspect Yakuza takes. Like, personally, I defend the PS2 games. So, you know, we all have something. Damn, least favorite by a large margin. I can see why that would be. It's unfortunate, but I can see why that would be. 3's pretty good, though. I like 3. What am I doing? That was almost really bad. Why do I have an extra orb? Someone want to explain to me why I have an extra orb? I mean, not that I'm gonna complain, but I have an extra orb. I shouldn't have that. Nah, like, K1 bad. K1 bad game. For me, it goes like 2, the original 2, not this. 5, 1, the original 1. 0, probably after that. Then, like, 3, then 7, then 4, then 6. And then, you know, slot in the remakes in various places and the spin-offs. I don't know. I don't hate 7. I definitely don't hate 7, but I'm not much of a turn-based JRPG guy, so... I think that the early game of 7 was very slow. I think that's... Once I got to, like I was actually really kind of disliking the game up until Chapter 7. Once you got through that dumbass sewer dungeon in Chapter 6, the game got a lot better after that. But chapters like 3 through 6 were a real slog. Yeah, I have some really questionable turn-based RPG takes. I'm a big fan of Dragon Quest, and that's about it. I think Dragon Quest is good. Other RPGs just don't compare. But I really appreciate simplicity in RPGs. More so than, like, complex systems and shit. Also, too much dialogue bad. Like, I played, people are freaking obsessed with the Trails series, right? And I played the original Trails in the Sky. I have it. I own a physical copy of that on PSP. But honestly, that game's pretty boring. There's way too much talking. Do not like, I see. There are some, like, diehard Trails fans out there, though. Game has way too much talking. Like, make an RPG, but, like, get to the point. Like, honestly, RPGs with less dialogue are better. That's my take. I think that's the actual, like, underlying metric of quality I have. Talking bad, playing game good. Damn. P5 hate in the chat. See, I haven't played P5, but I did attempt to play Persona 3, and I did attempt to play Persona 4 Golden. And I put like 10 hours into each of them, but just like couldn't do it. I don't know. Just wasn't my jam. Alright, well, last run that I got this far got completely murdered by clan creator, so let's see how this goes today. I could see that, Zero. I could definitely see that. Like, something that was bad about P3, right, was Tartarus is just crap. Like, honestly, I'm sorry if you liked Tartarus, but it's literally just copy pasta. And it is not enjoyable to sit through. Please shoot him. Thank you. And like P4's dungeons were a bit better with the theming, but it was still just copy pasta. My understanding is that P5 dungeons are not so boxy, I'll put it that way. This might be bad. Oh yeah, that's bad. Shoot him, please. Thank you. Alright, we got one guy coming through. I'm gonna... Okay, we don't need to do that. Oh boy. That was really bad. Oh shit. You guys go back there. Oh, that just ended my run. That just ended my run. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That just ended my run. I'll keep going, but we're gonna lose most of my lead on this split. $104. Just can't do it, man. I just can't have a good clan creator in a run. It's unbelievable. Yesterday I got a 52 there, and I didn't do anything different. For perspective, record is 58, 57. I think it's a 58. Or 40, sorry, 48. That is such bullshit. I hate clan creators so much. The first 4 chapters of this game are literally just like build up as much of a lead as you can so that it can be erased by clan creator every time. That's 18 seconds lost to that split. I have no idea. I think it was like a 57, something like that. Not great, but not bad either. I haven't had a PB with a good clan creator in a really long time. Which honestly might be good for this run. That might mean that this run can PB because its clan creator was bad, you know? Gotta keep up the tradition. That run yesterday's clan creator was way too good, so the run had to die. That's really bad. Look at all this cleanup I have to do. Because of Koryu, they all separated really fast before I could hit them all with the cone. Sucks. didn't work. Oh, come on, get him. That's at 5 though, which is interesting. Oh, this whole game is really inconsistent. That's just kind of how it is. It's just kind of how this game be. Don't bounce, thank you. My run ended yesterday to bouncing off that. But yeah, pretty much everything is inconsistent. I would say that, like, most things in this game will work 60% of the time. Somewhere around there. And doing a run of Kiwami 2 is all about just trying to hit those 60% for the whole run. Please drop your gun. Nope. Alright, gonna have to use something else. Something else. I actually mean nothing. We're just going. I already have 2 guns from chapter 3, so I can just do that. Alright, good backup. Very clean backup. Yo, oh yeah, I saw that came out today, Saga Frontier. I hear it's a good port too. I've heard it doesn't fix things that people don't like about the game, but that it is good if you like the original game or something like that. Faithful port, yeah, that. It. Forgot that I couldn't throw this. Well, this is awkward. This is incredibly bad. I don't know why that guy with the shotgun is so hard to hit, but man, he is. Had to use the muscle soda here. This might be fucked. We're not saving time on this split though. We're gonna lose time. It's really bad. No 2-hit, that would have been nice to get. Actually, is this split gonna be fine? Am I a liar? Am I a big liar? Is this split gonna be fine? No, it's not gonna be fine. This sucks. We're losing time here. Or, well, okay, sure. Save 1 second on 15 potential, so we lost 14 seconds. Cool game. As far as like remaining time save in the run, I have a little bit in chapter, or I have a lot in chapter 8. I have a lot in chapter 8. I have a pretty decent chunk in chapter 10. And I have a little bit in chapter 12, and that's it. So I'm kind of relying on the early game, and chapter 5 deleted that. I feel like this is going to be one of those runs again that just like cannot survive the late game. The late game in my PB is nuts for some reason. There was a lot that went really well in it. Kinda thought that guy on my left was a cop from a distance. For some weird reason, that text is unskippable. I hope I didn't use an extra muscle soda back in chapter 6. I might have just like instinctively done it without even thinking, but I hope I didn't do that. I'll find out when I fight the doctors, or when I fight the big boys in the doctor's office. I'll check it then. I'll check my count. I should have like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have 4 right now. If I have 3, then I'm gonna lose a couple seconds in this chapter. I'm done with her as a person. When Haruka demands the Hanafuda card games, it's time to stop listening to Haruka. Okay, we're good. It was pretty wonky, but you only need to hit one of these guys twice in order to trigger this field of heat. And the field of heat will kill both of them. It was pretty weird though. One of the guys just like got up immediately. Stop running there for a moment because we need to regain stamina. Otherwise, we're not going to make this run. We could just drink Poseidon Power for this run, but it's faster to do that than it is to go into the menu. Just like a frame-saving technique. Holy crap. Alright, that's a good bar. That's what I'm going for when I take out the sword in here. Let's go. I guess I didn't use an extra Poseidon Power. I guess I just had my numbers wrong, because, yeah, that's the last Poseidon Power we use in the route, and I used exactly 9 of them, which is correct. So I guess earlier when I was complaining about that, I, was wrong. Wouldn't be the first time I was wrong about something in this game. Still have 1 muscle soda left over for the basement in the next chapter, which is good. This is going to be a good split. Honestly, this should be good. I'm up against a gold, so, you know, but yeah, there we go. Gold by, what is that, 1.4 seconds? That is, I think that might be the last gold. I'm gonna be honest with you on that chapter. That was literally a perfect chapter 7. This is easy difficulty. Because it's the fastest. The run is still anything but easy. Trust me on that one. But I don't really have a risk of dying. If I wanted to, I could do the run on Legend. It's basically the same strats. Things just take extra hits. That I do. But, it can go a lot faster still. That's why I'm still playing. Shoot, I got the... I don't know if that's fast or not, because you kind of go down the stairs fast, but then you have to roll at the end. I think that's slow. Kind of get some airtime there. Be a bit lower than usual. 2, 3. Ah, was a bit fast there, so it didn't spawn in the fourth guy when it should have. I kill those guys in a certain order with the camera a certain way so that they spawn in the way I want them to, but they didn't, so don't worry about it. I was a bit too fast. I do still have one nameless lying around. I'm not sure what I want to do with that. I think I'm probably just going to do nothing with it and just put it back in my pocket. I think I'll probably end up doing nothing with the nameless. Make sure I've got the sword put away. I might have it. I do have it. Cool. He's already within HP. He's already like within the HP threshold for starting this QTE. But oftentimes at the start of that phase, he immediately attacks, and we want to make sure that we go through that attack and cancel it. So that's how we do the charge attack there. Could have gotten away with just a basic punch though, technically, since he was a bit not aggressive there. K2 fight versus the original. The original Hayashi is insane. Hayashi in OG2 is probably the hardest fight in the run. Probably the hardest fight casually as well. And he's like not even the chapter boss, so I don't know what they were thinking there. I gotta have loyalty to OG2 though. If you play this on console, the game would have crashed right there, just for the record. If you're being chased by an encounter and you try to go into this place, I'm blanking on the name, it will crash the game. Fixed on PC, don't know why. No knife, so I'll just be doing this with the sword. Yeah. Good. Anyway, speaking about that whole 60% thing, everything we do in Shangri-La, yeah, there you go. Everything we do in Shangri-La is incredibly inconsistent. And if I get knocked over by one enemy in this whole room, or in this whole sequence, the run is probably dead. That's what I mean by, even though the run is done on easy difficulty, it is extremely not easy. If I get knocked over, the run is over, so there's some complexity still. No weirdness with the throw this time. Hotel. Yeah. This isn't even a hotel, it's a so planned. Get it together, Rebel Dragon. These guys are all holding guns and other projectiles, so we can just do that even though I don't have Muscle Soda equipped. This is the place where I'm likely to get knocked over. If it's gonna happen, good, didn't happen. It can also happen in this next room, this next fight, if I don't do it very quickly will cause problems. This dude with the pipe is a huge douchebag. He used to end a lot of runs. Now he does not, because I'm good. That looked kind of simple, but you actually have to hit him from a distance, otherwise you're too slow, and he blocks, and then attacks you, and makes you drop your weapon. Oop, that's not skippable. Fair enough. Yo! That light attack double was nuts. That light attack double was beautiful. That was definitely the best that room has ever gone. Just like period, not even just for me. No one has ever done that as cleanly as I just did that. I can't believe that split wasn't a gold. I'm kind of pissed that that wasn't a gold, to be honest. That was insane. That wasn't even close to a gold either. I don't know what I did wrong. I guess not spawning in the enemy in the basement correctly before the Hayashi fight was a problem. That Shangri-La was great, though. This is a bit awkward, though. I'm gonna have to equip another sword. I think I'm just gonna do my weapon equip now for this chapter. I don't have to despawn these guys. I don't know why I'm doing that. I think I'm just gonna do my weapon equip now-ish. That sucks, though. That sucks a lot. I'm like 1 or 2 sword hits short of being able to do what I want here. So we're gonna have to take an extra menu. Let's do that. I'm just gonna do that. I don't want to fuck with the spreadsheet. I'm just gonna do that. Hopefully no weird phantom inputs here like yesterday. Okay, good. Awesome. That's what you want to see. The triple. Please don't curse me, Zero. Please don't curse my speedrun. I'm gonna, like, go out of my way to make sure it doesn't soft lock here. I'm gonna pay extra close attention to that. Crowbar, shoddy pistol. Gotcha. Hopefully the game doesn't crash here. Thank you for not crashing. Alright, I have a very large menu coming up before the next fight. I have a lot of leveling I have to do. I have to equip some stuff, and I gotta drink a muscle soda. And there's not really like a good, well-defined place to do that, so just do it close to the door and hope that you don't wait too long. Otherwise the fight starts and you're stuck. Here looks good. We want this, and we want that, and we want this, and we want this as well. We want a little of that for good measure. There you go. See, I waited. That was very soft lockable, by the way. If you kill all the enemies in that room before the text announcing them disappears, then the game soft locks. And I killed almost all of them. Oh no, okay. That was slow. Trying to kill the dude on the right before he gets an attack in, but I missed. That was bad. He made me drop this sword. I was gonna lose it because I kind of don't have a backup weapon on me. But we're good. Probably should have pocketed that just because I think I'm a little bit low on sword. But that's fine. I'll just have to be a gamer in chapter 12. Let's see, I should still have like 3 on my Oakwood on D-pad left. We used to do a strat on Shindo where you would damage him to right before this threshold, and then you would damage him so hard after that that it skipped this entire second phase. But turns out we don't want to skip the second phase, because not skipping the second phase means we get to do this here. And doing this here means that he's now a 1 HP going into the third phase. And I have a gun, so you can probably see where this is going. Also, yeah, based Shindo. X-Play doesn't seem to be here right now. He might be lurking, or he might just not be here. But, X-Play has required me to say based Shindo. So, based Shindo. Hopefully that works. Cool. Yeah, so that's our strat for the third phase. This saves you having to run all the way over to him, and it also saves him blocking all of your shit, because that's what he likes to do in the third phase. For some reason, that gunshot is really easy, even though the much closer gunshot in Chapter 13 is really hard. I'm not sure exactly what the deal is there, but yeah, that gunshot, I've never missed it before, even though Shindo is so far away that he's basically just a speck. But you just kind of eyeball it, press the button, and I've never missed. Auto-aim takes care of it. Drink Poseidon Power before going through the door. Believe it or not, this is a damaging QTE, and it is powered up by the Muscle Soda, so he won't die in one hit after the QTE unless you've drank Muscle Soda before going through the door. Alright, really good Chapter 9. I don't think I'll lose much time here at all. I'd even save some. Oh yeah, I'm gonna... No, how am I losing time? What the frick, dude? That was a great Chapter 9. How am I losing time? It's gonna be because of the extra equip, but like... Oh yeah, no. The dude's in the back. The dude's in the back, that's why. Because I missed the guy. Okay, fair enough. That was a really good Chapter 9, though, overall. Oh yeah, also a routing difference. I forgot about the routing difference. Holy crap, that was a really good Chapter 9. I would have golded that if it weren't for the routing difference. There's a bit of like a routing quirk in Chapters 9 and 10 where probably didn't need to despawn them. Basically, we need to refill Muscle Soda in either Chapter 9 or Chapter 10. There's 3 different places where we could do it. And it turns out that the fastest way is to refill in Chapter 9. And in my PB, I refilled in Chapter 10. So, because of that difference, I probably lost like 5 to 10 seconds in Chapter 9. That'll then make up in this split, just due to that. So we should save some time in this split, assuming nothing goes horribly wrong. Good, the run ender is not there. If the encounter's in this hallway, then your run could potentially be over, but we're good. I have a big menu I have to do in this split. Chapter 10 when the Oakwood runs out, so basically immediately it sounds like. I'll do it. I will do it right before the fight. Yeah, I'll do it right before the fight. And I have to equip the bigger Oakwood along with Nameless 2 and the Saw. Okay. I legit didn't know for a really long time that there was a back door here to get out of the Millennium Tower. Don't laugh at me, but I didn't know that door was there, and I was running this game for like multiple months before I knew about that. Because I don't really play the Dragon Engine games too much, so it was just kind of like, I don't know, that door wasn't there in the older ones. Who put this door here? Good, no obnoxious encounter here. There was a pedestrian though. It was like 5 in the morning, and I was watching Hoxie do a run of Majima Saga, And they went through the door there, and I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It was like 5 a.m. and I had to come out of lurk to be like, what? Since when was that door there? I'll play this risky. Oh shit. Yeah, okay. Thank God. Thank God. That dude went to cut me off. They do that sometimes. It's specifically that encounter. Do you see him? He like the way he like tries to cut you off by running forward. It's like I didn't know these guys had AI, man. Something tells me that's not a Wayne Gretzky quote. Kind of epiphany about hockey. Are you having at 5 in the morning, my man? Yeah, that's a thing that happened as well. I don't know, that encounter right there is definitely the weirdest one. They go in. I've had a lot of runs end to them, honestly, in like chapter 15 and stuff, they get me sometimes. I don't typically turn the camera there, but I did this time because I really didn't want to slam the door in my own face. Anyway, fight's coming up, so I'm going to do my menu here. We need Nameless 2, Oakwood 2, and Saw. Nameless, Oakwood, Saw. I said those things in the complete wrong order, but it's fine because I equipped them in the spots where I'm expecting them to be, so it's fine. This is all gonna work out. Nice double. You can do that fight in 2 stabs, but it's pretty rare. Yo, hey Rio, thanks for the GL. Don't actually need to go down the stairs here. We can save a fraction of a second by talking to the tattoo guy from behind him and from up here. Yeah, this is something that Kuro would always remind me of, but he's not here right now, but I remembered anyway, so ha. Here's Satoshi. Satoshi's in a completely different place than he is in the original Yakuza 2. I don't know why. I guess they just figured they have this room. They might as well use it. Good double. Good double. Great Satoshi fight. Not even close to a gold. I'm not sure why not. Why is this not even close to gold? What did I do wrong there? Oh yeah, I had to despawn the encounter. That was probably a couple of those seconds, but I feel like that was a really good split. It must have been a menuing thing. I don't know. My golds in chapters 9 and 10 are very weird. Just because of like routing and menuing and that muscle soda. I don't know why I like struggled to say that word. Muscle soda refills. There, I said it. Jeez. I like can't speak English. This is 4 down. That was a little slow. I don't know why. I just like... Now I'm gonna start to choke everything. Just heads up to the gamers. I'm about to choke everything. Because I cannot finish a run. 110, 100, 109. $58, 24. I mean, he is a creepy old man. To be fair, he's gonna fight us in a little bit. It's the ominous, creepy old man laugh. This entire chapter is different than it is in the original game, by the way. For those who have never played the OG Yakuza 2 or like seen it or anything, you actually travel to an entire different city here in the PS2 game, and all of the puzzles and stuff are different. But they axed my boy Shinsei Cho, referring to a city as my boy. That's a new one. But they axed my boy Shinsei Cho from the remake, and instead they just refactored this chapter to take place around Sotenbori. Which is pretty lame, I'm gonna be honest. Shinsei Cho is a cool place. It is sort of similar though. Like you have to call someone on the phone, enter some numbers, and then you have to order the black bear grilled guts 3 times, you know. Kinda similar. But it is different. What the? Did you see that guy just like go flying? He was just sort of like ragdolling his way away from me. Yeah, bad fight, so we'll lose some time. Bad fight and some sloppy menuing. This is my last time save in the whole run, by the way. We have tiny little bits in chapters 14 and 16, but this is the last like real actual time save. And this split's really hard as well, just, you know, to make things even better. So we'll see how this goes. If I can survive chapters 12 and 13, then it's gonna be hard for me to choke the run after that. 14 is pretty basic. 16 is pretty basic. It's the finale to the game, but chapter 16 is actually a pretty easy split, believe it or not. Hard to screw up the finale in this. Oh, there is some pretty bad stuff you can do. You totally can screw up the finale. It's just hard to do. Actually, I did it in my last run. Yeah, that happened. Let's not talk about that. Yeah. I'm gonna go around the outside of this guy. I don't trust it. If any of these people talk to you, they will fight you. That's why they've got the red dots. They're really short fights, because I think you just fight the one dude. I don't think they, like, bring friends. But it's still, you know, pretty major time loss. It's like 10 seconds. Oh, come on, please menu correctly. Thank you. Granny White isn't technically required, but taking this taxi is so much faster that we still want to do that sub-story. Good. Oh, and on that fight with Granny White, I bought my attack up to a specific value. I bought it up to 174. Buying it up to 176 would also be fine. But we want it to be high enough that we kill the Granny White fight dude in one attack, but low enough that we don't over damage the final boss out of his first phase before we want to. Just a weird little consideration. I always use Saw in this fight. There's no reason to use Saw in this fight. And yet I do. That is extremely not who I wanted to stab first. That's unfortunate. No doubles. No doubles whatsoever.
Oi.
This is 2 up. Because we're going to the acupuncture clinic. In the original Yakuza 2, this acupuncture clinic is in Shinseicho. It is the second and final time you have to go to Shinseicho for something. They just stuck it here. Gonna have 3 Saw left. I don't think there's something smart for me to use that Saw on. I don't think there's something smart. I think I'm just gonna use it on, You know, wait a minute. I have an idea. There is something smart. I'm gonna use it on, the second fight with the pink dude. I'm gonna use it on the second fight with the pink dude. Ready? This is gonna not pay off at all. Wow, he just didn't even go down. That was weird. This is actually a good play, now that I think about it. I'm a genius. Because now I can use that to heat action the pink dude and get a ton of extra damage out of it. And I am way ahead of schedule. I am just kicking major ass right now, so obviously I'm about to choke the back half of this. Aiming this gun is actually a little bit harder than it looks. There is a lot of knockback. It just sort of randomly flies all over the place when you're shooting. And there's some weird acceleration applied as well when you're trying to aim it. Okay, ready? Check this out. I am such a genius. Take the Saw out. We get this as well, because I want to make sure that I have this all ready to go so I don't have to do it now. Otherwise, someone will throw shit at me and ruin everything. Okay, that was almost bad. That didn't work the way it was supposed to. That's fine. It worked great anyway. Oh, this is so bad, though. This is not good. Please die. Please die. Okay. That was slow. That was slow. No. I'm gonna lose a lot of time on this split. Ninjas did not cooperate. That's not really my fault. They just didn't cooperate. Got the stab. I might still get the stab on the second tiger, but I'm gonna have to drink muscle soda like immediately afterwards. We'll see what kind of RNG I get on the tigers. The first tiger is always consistent. You stab him and that's it, just because he always lunges at you at the start of the fight. The second tiger gets a defense boost though, and he can do a couple of things. Not bad. Here comes the time loss though. Actually, does it? When does the time loss start? I can't do math. Yeah, there we go. This cutscene is always longer than you think it's gonna be. We're fine though. We're not losing time here. We're saving a little. Even with everything that went wrong with those ninjas, we still saved a little. I don't know why. Alright, this split's hard. This split's a toughie. Good news though, after we get through this split, chapter 14 is pretty easy, chapter 15 is pretty easy, and chapter 16 is pretty easy. So, not to get anyone excited prematurely, but this is a pretty decent run I'm on here. This has a good shot at PBing. Gotta like pay triple attention to make sure that I remember the route here. The route through chapter 13 is different than it is on PS2, and I don't know why, but for some reason, even though I haven't done a run of the PS2 game in forever, like a serious run of it, I still get it scrambled from time to time.
Nani?
Alright, behold, Mr. Worldwide himself, Pitbull. Goodbye, Pitbull. We're going north. We're not returning to Serena. And by Serena, I mean Aoi. We're not returning to the bar. We're going north. We got stuff to do. In the original game, you would just return to the bar here and then immediately get to the trucks. Because this next part is skippable because they didn't program it correctly. But in this game, they did program it correctly. So we gotta go do the bartender, waitress singing thing. Ice went through the door there. You would be surprised how hard it is to like go through that door backwards. You have to do it a couple of times in this game. And it's hard. Like, I don't know. It's dumb. It is dumb. I've only ever seen it happen once before to Froob, but if you skip that cutscene in a weird way, you can get her singing sound effect to get locked, and then she's just singing over the background of the entire rest of the game. I wish it would happen to me someday, but it never has. This game is very well made. Six has worse combat than K2 or vice versa. I prefer the combat in this game. Obviously speedrunner perspective. Obviously speedrunner perspective here, but the combat in 6 is really, really not fun. For me, I don't know. Even casually, I feel like you just bounce off of enemies' blocks way too often, whereas in this game I feel like it's more of a... I don't know, this is much more of a weapon-based run. And I have a lot more fun using the weapons, whereas like in 6 there are no weapons really, which is a big letdown. Speaking of weapons, I have a menu to do here. Crowbar, shoddy pistol, nameless, gotcha. This is something I like over the original Yakuza 2, you can throw people off now. You used to not be able to throw people off of the trucks like that. Just, it's like, it's the small things, you know, like, shoutouts to them for adding that. That was always missing from the original game. You couldn't just yeet them off the side of the truck. That gunshot is really annoying. Don't ask why. Just try doing it for yourself. Trust me. It's really annoying. All new runners will fail that gunshot many times. Grab this guy really early so that I don't get shit on by that dude. Am I not gonna have to drink muscle soda here because this has been fast? This is weird. I think I'm gonna get away with not drinking muscle soda here and I'll have another extra one. Which, you know, doesn't matter, but I'll have an extra muscle soda. It'll save me maybe 1 frame in chapter 15 from not having to buy that muscle soda. Or I'll run out in the middle of this fight and it'll be a big disaster. Let's see. Oh, we're good. Those are some really fast trucks. Killed it on the menu as well. That was awesome. I'm not sure that I have any... I do have a problem, though, which is that I'm a little low on sword. And it might cause a problem in the next chapter. I'm going to see what I have. I'm going to take a second to see what I've got to work with before I head into Furuhashi. I'm gonna run OG2 again. I just want to run something else before then, you know? Like Shenmue 1 and maybe 5. Shenmue 1 and Yakuza 5, that is. Not Shenmue 5. That doesn't exist yet. Okay, good. Now we're good on sword. Now we're completely safe. But I feel like I want to do something between K2 and OG2. Otherwise, that's just like Yakuza 2 overload. Anyway, I don't always do this, but I try to make sure I always drink the muscle soda before starting the Kurohashi fight. Certain fights in this game, Ryuji 2 being one of them, Kurohashi being another, have a weird buffer at the start of the fight where you, like, kinda can't pause to drink muscle soda, and it can be really scary when you can't drink muscle soda and you just have to sit there at the start of this fight and hope that Kurohashi doesn't shoot you or do something dumb. That was really good, though. Anyway, Killer Kawara is gonna die for the next 7 cutscenes. This run is very good. Hell yeah, gold by 5 seconds. That was a very good chapter 13. Those trucks were... I don't think I've ever saved a muscle soda on the trucks before. I think that was the first time I've ever done that fast. I mean, obviously it was because I golded, but I'm pretty sure I've never done that, where I didn't have to drink a muscle soda before fighting the man in black. This is pretty scary, though, I'm not gonna lie. I am 1 second off of 134 pace at the moment. That is scary. That is a scary number to see. Good news is I can save time on all of the remaining splits. Oh no, okay. Stairs glitch. I got stairs glitched for a second there. That was a... That almost made me lose it, dude. And I will remember to go to Dakamoto's medical clinic, because I've never forgotten to do this ever. Not even once. It's never happened. In fact, no one's ever forgotten to go to Dakamoto's medical clinic before. This is the most obvious part of the route. Everyone does this. It's right there on the minimap. How could you forget? This run is scary. We're just gonna have to go. Yep. Alright, that was almost the end of the run. That was almost the end of the run. Don't worry about it, though. This run is underrated scary. That encounter right there, and then also a potential encounter next to this taxi. I'm actually pretty fortunate that worked, because I wasn't really, like, square in front of the vending machines. I was, like, sort of, like, in between two of them, which doesn't help. Extremely doesn't help to be in between them like that. Especially, did you see I kind of got, like, caught on the motorcycle? I was so sure the run was over. I was like, I cannot believe I just choked this by trying to sneak past those guys. But then we were good. Still gonna lose a little time, of course, just to having to do that. But who knows, maybe that happened in my PB as well. I kind of forget. I haven't PB'd in this game in weeks. I sort of forget what my PB does, just in general. I know my gold isn't perfect on this split either. That's another thing. My gold can be better. I think I golded this not too long ago, and there were some mistakes in the gold. I had to do an extra weapon equip or something weird. I had to pick up a weapon off the ground in Stardust, something like that. Yesterday I totally did these fights wrong though. I was just like not thinking about how you're supposed to do them, so I'm gonna try to focus a bit better on that. Also, if everyone wants to like just close your eyes for a couple seconds, I'm about to cheat at the video game. Don't tell the leaderboard mods or they will ban me, but I'm about to cheat at the game. We're just gonna take this taxi, and then autosave complete. We quit out of the game. This is fine. Nobody's looking as far as they know. I'm just playing the game normally. But what I'm doing here is rebooting the game. The reason why we do this is because people with certain processors, specifically Ryzen 7s, but also apparently some models of Intel, have a weird glitch where the game crashes. Oh, I won't forget Hoxie. Where the game will crash. So if I were to not reboot the game here, it would guaranteed crash after the next fight. And I don't want that to happen because that's slow. So for people who are affected by the glitch, we allow you to reboot the game here and pause the timer while you do it. So not everyone has to do this, but unfortunately I have to do that. That was not meant to be a skip. Oh well. Swords on D-pad right. Oh, I have a crap load of crowbar I should have used here. Whoops. Crowbar would have been faster. I have a crap load of crowbar because I did the truck so fast. The place where the crash happens, the way the crash works is it depends on how long you've had the game open plus how much of the game you've played through. So if you boot up the game and immediately do a run, the game will crash as you pass this cone right there. The game would crash. every time, consistently. If I had the game open for a little bit, maybe I did some resets before getting my run started, then the game would have crashed in Chapter 9. And back in Chapter 9, you might have heard me, like, praying that the game won't crash. That's where it would have crashed. But it didn't. So anyway. Ah, shit. I choked. That's a choke. Oh, no, it's not. We're good. Never punished. Did not drink muscle soda, though, so that took an extra swing. Encounter's not facing me. Good. This might actually be a little awkward because I didn't use the crowbar in Bantam. I might have to switch to crowbar halfway through this fight. I think we're going to lose some time on this split, though. Oh yeah, we're going to have to do that. That. And there we go. Yeah, there's the time loss. That sucks. Gonna need a really good finale now to 134 this. Yo, hey Hawkrex, thanks for the GL. I am physically shaking a little bit here. Not actually, but I feel really nervous. I'm usually pretty good at managing nerves during a speedrun. Right now is not one of those times. Anyway, the way this section works here is we're gonna get a call in 3 minutes. That's gonna let us progress the game. So up till then, we just want to make sure that we don't stop the timer. No matter what we do, we don't want to stop the 3-minute timer. The 3-minute timer will stop if we interact with literally anything. If you do literally anything other than just running around on the map, it will stop the timer. So you can see we're not even like taking a taxi here or anything. We're just running all the way across the city. If we took a taxi, interacting with the taxi and selecting our location would in fact cause the timer to stop. So in order to save like 1 second, we instead run across the entire city like this. And I'm sort of manipulating my enemy aggro to make sure that I don't get stuck fighting anybody. If I have to de-aggro the enemies, I can, but, you know, interacting with a vending machine to de-aggro the enemies would stop the timer. That being said, I interact with that vending machine there because I have to in order to buy muscle soda for the finale. That's a required one. I kind of really don't like that there was no encounter there for me to aggro, so this might require despawning. Yeah, it will. So that's a really minor time loss. Ideally, I would not have had to interact with that vending machine. Oh, hey, I ran out of stamina. Whoops. Didn't do a very good job at managing that, I guess. Anyway, we made it. I could just walk in circles to prevent the text from appearing and stopping the timer, but if you go into first person, then the text never appears, so now I can just put the controller down. How's everyone doing today? I am nervous. The no QSWM leaderboard is in shambles, dude. Exactly. The record show that I completed this game without quick saving and without using the Wonder Mail system. We wrote a big chunk of the GTA 5 auto splitter. That's comfy. That's pretty good. I've been doing a bunch of game dev stuff. I posted a little video of my game engine in action in Discord yesterday, and I got like 2 people who said it looked cool. So, you know, mission accomplished, I guess. I'm pleased with that reaction. Not sure what I'm gonna work on in that today. I feel like the next step, this might be bad. We're gonna lose time on this split. I feel like the next step with that is like time to start stringing maps together, you know? Time to make a world map system, I think is what I gotta do. That sucks. I lost some time due to having to despawn so many encounters in that chapter. By so many, I mean 2, but you know. I can gold this split, but I'm gonna have to gold finale to 134. This is very goldable, but it's not looking good. We're gonna PB though. It would be very, very hard for me to choke PB at this point. I don't know when was the last time I lost more than 10 seconds or so in this finale, you know? Oh, I just screwed up though. I don't know why I just did that. Alright, never mind. I screwed up the finale. I do not know why I just did that, but we're not gonna gold anymore. So, y'all can say goodbye to 134. I just choked it. Just massive brain fart. These guys are way too spread apart. They make me drop the sword. The run's over. Okay. Nah, that group was bad. Ran out of muscle soda before even finishing that group. This is fucked. We're gonna lose time on this finale. Can't believe I'm choking it at the end, dude. It's so unfortunate. Just like me, but also really unfortunate. Pocket that for the finale. Pocket this for the finale. Those are going to be our weapons for the bosses. This is where things get a bit spooky. I'm going to pick this one up but not bother pocketing it, which means if I get knocked down, it'll get knocked out of my hands. And if this sword gets knocked out of my hands, I won't have enough sword for doing the rest of the run. So hopefully this just won't get knocked out of my hands. Also, it's really easy to accidentally throw that there. Didn't get the double stab, that's unfortunate. I do not have an extra nameless, no. I used to pick up an extra nameless in this finale, but eventually we optimized our finale weapon route because we realized we didn't need it. Anyway, I've been playing the whole run with really high FOV and with weird camera settings, and the reason why you do that is that you can manipulate enemy spawns in this fight right here. The enemies will spawn in only in places that you cannot see. There are 4 different possible spawns. I am looking at 3 of the spawns. So they'll only spawn in the 4th location, which is directly behind me. So that just stops the enemies from spawning in at random all over the place. Hopefully I won't get blown up here. Okay, good. Still really slow. Yeah. Oh my god, die. That was incredibly slow. last of the normal fights. Now we just have 3 bosses. And before going into Ryuji 2, I'm gonna make sure I drink my muscle soda. I mentioned why I did that earlier. We drink the muscle soda before entering the fight because it means that we don't need to deal with the awkward buffer at the start of this fight. We can just immediately start stabbing him before he has a chance to react. And turns out he's susceptible to the exact same strat we used on him in Ryuji 1 back in Chapter 3. Stab, heat action, vertical slice, GG. He always gives us time to do that as well, which is very friendly of him. He could, like, stab me there or something, but instead he just watches me put the sword away and bop him in the nose. Alright, this is, next fight is the hard one of the 3. Daijin Kim. At the start of the fight, we're going to try to do light attacks to Daijin Kim. No matter what, we want to make sure the 3rd light attack lands on him. We want Daijin Kim to be at 1 HP coming out of his QTEs. Otherwise, he becomes a nightmare asshole. Light attacks also have a chance at hitting his minions, which is very nice. Good, got it. Fail this on purpose. It looks funny and also it's faster. And because we hit him with the light attacks like we wanted to, he's already at low enough HP for that, which means we immediately do that QTE. You want to finish off his minions before you finish off him, and the reason for that is because once you finish off him, if there's any minions left over, Kiryu will put his sword away, and we don't want Kiryu to put the sword away because then we'd have to take it back out. So just a really tiny optimization where we make sure that Daijin Kim is the last dude we kill. He won't, like, get back up or anything once he's stunned and going in for the Feel the Heat. So we can just leave him stunned in the corner while we deal with his friends, and he'll just sort of watch us. Nah, we didn't get it. So the final boss is exactly 1 minute long, so this is going to be probably a 1:35:15, something like that. Which means I lost time on this finale, which, yeah, that makes sense. This finale was a bit of a shit show. Unfortunate. This is what I was talking about back in Chapter 12, by the way. If we had our attack any higher than 176, we wouldn't have gotten to do that vertical slice. He would have just immediately gone into his 2nd phase. And we want to skip his 2nd phase by doing as much damage as possible during the 1st. Because in his 2nd phase, he can knock you over and then do a minute-long QTE to you, which is obviously not fast. But if we did a ton of damage in the 1st phase, then we can just vertical slice him like that. Alright, there you go. 1:35:14. Not 1:34. I can't believe I choked it, dude. I can't believe I choked it. Thanks for the GGs, everyone. This is still good. I would have literally quit this game for a 1:35:30 something. So 1:35:14 is pretty good. Like, alright, that'll do. That'll do, I think. But, like, man. This should have been 1:34. Like, think about how bad that this run has a 104 clan creator in it, you know? Like, yikes. I got fucked so bad by clan creator. Chapter 6 was ass as well, now that I think about it. If that so my VOD doesn't get muted. It actually doesn't mute your VOD on Twitch, but it does mute your YouTube video, so yeah. Skip the credits, sorry. Sorry, Sim fans of the world.